Well, hey there folks, welcome back to the Griffin Benchmark channel. I appreciate you joining me today. Today's video is something a little bit special. It's dealing with something different than I usually deal with, but it's about family tradition around the holidays. A year back when I was putting up my Christmas tree, I decided that I wanted to start, or try to start, a new family tradition. And it's just something simple, but I thought it was kind of fun. And so I wanted to share it with you today. So, every year when you bring home your live Christmas tree, which by the way is the proper thing to do on Christmas, bring home a live Christmas tree. Don't worry folks, if you put up a plastic one each year, just stick around. I'll inspire you to put up a real one. But anyway, you have to cut off the bottom of your trunk a little bit, about an inch or so that it'll start taking water, and that way it won't die before Christmas morning. But these little trunk discs that you get off your tree every year is going to be the main topic of today's video, because what I do is I save these discs so that they can dry out over the year, and then the following year I turn these into a Christmas tree ornament. And I even have future plans to turn them into even like coasters and stuff like that for Christmas. So that's what this video is about. It's about what I did with last year's Christmas tree trunk disc that's dried. It's been drying out all year long, and we finally come to the moment where I want to turn it into something. And so I wanted to bring you along with me, and hopefully this inspires you to come up with some of your own family traditions. So stick around, it should be fun, and let's get right into it. All right.
It's a dizzying day. I would give a lot to get away. It's getting real dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years. Could you bring some light to me? Or just sit beside me and never leave. I got the curtains up. I guess it would be nice if you could interrupt.
Alright, so what I'm starting off here is I'm just going to make kind of a frame for where I want stuff to be. So basically what this ornament is supposed to represent is some of the specialist things that happened to us in 2017. Maybe not necessarily special things, but significant things that'll help us to remember the year that that 2017 was. Do a little bit of time lapse here, and I'm doing a voiceover on this because I think that again, I think that it'll be a better way to get my point across with everything. This wood burning kit here, it's kind of funny, is actually supposed to be a Christmas present for me this year, but it ended up being an early Christmas present so that I could work on my ornament. So I've been itching to do this for over a year now, because I knew last year I was going to want to do this, but you know, with all good traditions, they have their boundaries and their rules and regulations, if you will. And with this particular tradition, it was something I had to wait for. I had to set this trunk disc aside and let it dry for the year. And it took a lot of patience because I wanted to work on it throughout the year, but I didn't. I did this whole sketch and all this burning in one night, and I brought you guys along with me for the whole thing. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I'm some kind of artist or something, but I was proud of myself for being able to do this because I don't draw that often. I don't have a lot of practice, but it's something I love to do. And so this first part here, I'm just basically going over all the penciling that I did and getting the basic outline. And as things progress here, you'll get to see the different types of tips and methods that I use to finish this off. So I didn't show it here because I was a little bit embarrassed, but it's when I was changing this tip, I'm not used to this burner, and when I was changing this tip, I accidentally dropped this blunt tip here that you see me working with. I dropped it on the actual trunk disc, and I didn't want it to burn it, so I hurried and reached down, picked it up, and gave myself a nice little blister on my right index finger. So it made drawing the rest of this burning the rest of this a lot of fun. But I guess maybe I should have drawn in a burnt finger for 2017 somewhere on here. But so anyway, here's another time lapse. Shows me using the chisel tip there, getting some of the details in on that eclipse and the fish's fins, and got some more shadowing and groundwork there on the crosses and all that good stuff. So anyway, there you go. As you can see here, I've got the eclipse on there. That's to represent the obvious when we were all watching the eclipse in the state of Idaho. That's where we're living. And then my kids and I did a lot of fishing this year, and we bought a boat. And so that's what the fish in the boat are supposed to represent. And of course, you got the 3 crosses of Calvary there for the main reason behind the season. So yeah, anyway, just kind of give you some background on everything here. But I'll let you further reflect in your own way. You know, I really hope that this video, I mean, I realize it's just YouTube, and I haven't done a whole lot of videos and everything like a lot of other people have, but I would hope that this touches some hearts out there and inspires people to start new traditions with your family, you know. It's never too late. It's never too late. I've got a couple of kids from a previous marriage, and Thomas and Wyatt, my younger ones that you'll see in my videos now, and you'll see my older son and maybe even my daughter occasionally in some of my videos, but they're not around as much. They've got their own lives and stuff now, but I wish I would have started a lot of this kind of stuff with them when they were younger, but well, YouTube wasn't around, and you know, hindsight's 2020. So this is kind of cool. I'm getting to use my old hand drill here. This drill bit was passed down to me from my grandfather, and I remember using this drill bit. He gave it to me to play with when I was probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, and I was telling my wife when we were watching this video together, I'll bet he had holes all over his whole house. I took this thing around and I was drilling everything. I just thought it was the coolest thing. So I'll finish it off with some linseed oil here, and you'll get to see the official tree hanging. I think it turned out really good. Now if you follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/griffinbenchmark, I did do a story on this, and I took a picture of it and all that good stuff. And I took it before I put the linseed oil on it and drilled the hole through it and cut the leather pieces you'll see here to hang it on the tree. But it still, I mean, it still looks really good, but it is a little bit of a different look. The linseed oil really brought out the bark and darkened up the face of the ornament nicely, and I think it really highlighted the burning and everything else. It turned out really nice, so I couldn't be happier. But anyway, guys, I sure hope you like the video here as it wraps up. I can't thank you enough for joining me and supporting me and my family on these videos. Almost to 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. Never thought that I'd be making these to where people would be that interested in them, but sure feel blessed that we have. So anyway, God bless. Don't forget the reason for the season. Please give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and share these videos. Appreciate you watching. Take care.